I'm Stephanie Kelly, and I'm here today in the James Dunn Hall cafeteria at St. Thomas University, and we're covering the speeches for the 2012 St. Thomas Student Union elections. The New Brunswick Beacon will bring you those speeches right now.
Of the many issues I want to address, my priority is increasing emergency bursaries as significantly as possible. I want to see that everyone who can go to school goes to school, because education is a human right. I believe that without accessible education, we run the risk of losing our most valuable gifts of literacy and democratic engagement we have in our Canadian society. In order to enact such a policy, I want to establish a board which could establish the criteria for getting an emergency bursary rather than have it as personal patronage as it is these days.
I would work to establish a digital bookstore that would give you several options to save money on your textbooks. This would be an extension of the new STUSU website and provide information on the bookstore price for each textbook, as well as Amazon and ebook prices. In addition, there would also be an option to post an ad if you have the book used, and also to reply to those ads, which would be a better system than the current used books group. In order to see that this website is kept up to date, as well as to see that the minutes are posted every week, I'd like to create a new webmaster position, a new paid position on the Students' Union, which would create a new student job.
I want to remain involved in CASA and enhance our work at the MBSA because I want students to have a voice on both the federal and provincial level. I want to increase awareness about services offered by the STUSU because I'm tired of the look of surprise when someone learns about Safe Ride or a student advocate, these services that everyone should know about. I'm especially wary of seeing students stressed to the breaking point from trying to make the decision between paying the rent or buying groceries that week, when we provide emergency bursaries for just that problem.
I'd like to get more students engaged. I think we can streamline the funding and creation of societies to make it easier for students to present a concentrated voice to the community. I'd also like to hold monthly meetings of clubs and societies representatives so that every club and society knows that their voice is being heard and that students are aware that their needs are part of the Students' Union.
I want to decrease the deficit while still maintaining a sensible amount of programs that involve funding from the union. The most difficult hurdle to get over will be any increase in CASA fees for next year. However, I feel that with small cutbacks, the budget does not have to suffer. I look forward to working closely with the union and seeing what can be changed to accommodate for this new expense. A main priority of mine is to increase student involvement within the union. This could be done by adding 1 or 2 more voting representatives from maybe the international community or Windsor Street apartments to sit on the union.
I want to improve the bookstore in many ways, including providing the option to charge your books to your registrar's account. This would enable those with excess student loans to use money immediately rather than waiting for the check. Traveling away from home to attend university is expensive, something many of us can attest to. A round-trip flight to Ontario is about $500. Now do that twice a year with only going halfway across the country. If elected, I will lobby for a student travel subsidy for students to attend university outside of their home province.
It's time to work with CASA to improve legitimate issues of student interest at the federal level. It's time to strengthen our bond with the New Brunswick Student Association to protect our needs provincially. It's time to stabilize an agreement with the tuition of international students through the administration. It's time for improvements to student aid programs. It's time to clarify the criteria for emergency bursaries to ensure that they are readily available to all students in need.
VP Student Life is the position in charge of overseeing the different services that our student union has to offer. This includes emergency bursaries, Safe Wheels, the used book room, and bus pass. I'm the right person for this position because not only do I care about these services, but I'll take what the student body wants into account. I have the experience with the union as Welcome Week Chair and Social Issues Advocate, and I'm determined to make sure that your voice is heard.
I'll be working closely with residents and off-campus representatives to know what each house is thinking. I would like to incorporate the different personalities and voices in our campus to plan activities and events that will interest everyone. I would also like to lobby for interest not only within the student union, but within the university to make sure our voice is being heard. I will work to improve the emergency bursary process and make it more expedient so it benefits all students.